Hello, this is Grace FX. Welcome to Forex 103. Today our lesson plan is going to be about support. Right, let me go up. We're going to talk about trends, uptrends, downtrends, consolidation, support and resistance. I'm going to show you how to draw your supply line or support line and demand line or resistance line. That's the same language, and I'm going to show you how to draw trend lines, uptrend lines and downtrend lines. So let's go to our graph. As you can see, we are having on our graph uptrend, downtrend and sideways or consolidation market. On your graphs, these are the things that you are going to be seeing most of the time. You're going to see the market moving uptrend, sideways and downtrend. If you are seeing this on your graph, if you are seeing this on your graph, this is a result. If you're seeing this long candle on your graph, this is a result mostly of Forex events or Forex news. So when Forex events break, you are going to see this long candle. On our Forex 2, I'm going to teach you, number one, how to profitably trade your Forex event. Yes, you can trade Forex events. And I'm going to teach you all about Forex events. When can you get them? Which app? You know what time, right? So today we are not going to be talking about that. Let me undo that. I just wanted to show you so that when you're getting this, mostly is because of Forex events. Right, let me undo this. Right, you are seeing uptrend, sideways and downtrend. Okay, I'm giving you a little task. Go to your MT4 on your phone, on your laptop. Go and identify uptrend, sideways trend and downtrend. Identify them, practice, look at them on different pairs. Just familiarize yourself with these trends. Okay, I hope you have done that. Okay, let's go to our support or supply zone and demand zone, right? Or support and resistance zone, right? So let me undo this and show you how you draw them, right? We are going to start with support or supply zone. We are going to talk about support zone or supply zone. I'm going to teach you how to draw this, right? You just take your ruler on your MT4. Remember, this is a paint app or paint software. On your MT4, you're going to take your straight line or ruler. Then you are just going to push it and put it like this, like that. Make sure your ruler touches the end of your candle or the wicks of your candle. Make sure it touches that, right? Make sure it touches that. And your demand zone, or yes, your demand zone, also you're gonna do the same thing. Make sure it touches the end of your candle. And then your trends, your downtrend, you started right up there. Also make sure it touches the very end. Make sure it touches, the very end of your candles. Make sure it touches here and here, and then you're gonna have the same thing here. make sure it touches. So this is a downtrend, this is an uptrend. If you can see, this is can also form as your supply zone, you know, your supply zone. It can also serve as your supply zone. Let me see if I can, you know, write here so that you can, you know, see it. This is your supply zone and this is your demand zone. This is your demand zone. Sorry for that. Demand zone, right? Supply and demand, right? This is the same thing as support up there and resistance. Doesn't really matter how you call it, whether support or resistance, supply and demand. I'm using supply and demand because you will understand in future why. Then here it's kind of like your supply also, and below here your demand area. Right, let me put a text here. No, demand, you know, your demand zone. Let me fix this right here. I'm trying to fix this. It's giving me some problems, but you get the point. I'm trying to fix this supply zone site. Oh well. Yeah, okay, let me leave it so that I don't waste time on it. So yeah, you get it. Your supply zone, demand, supply zone, demand, right? So this is how you draw your supply, this is how you draw your demand, right? This is resistance and this is support, right? And then this is how you also draw your trend line. Make sure it touches. Let me put my pen tool here. Make sure it touches. Make sure it touches, not really touching there. At least twice, 3 times, not once. Make sure it touches there. Make sure it touches at least once, at least twice or 3 times. Then that's how you draw your supply and demand, or support and resistance. So let me undo this. I just want to show you something very fast. You saw how you draw your supply, your demand. Trend line is the same as, you know, your supply. This is a trend line, the same way I showed you. So this is a downtrend line, or a tunnel, right? This is a downtrend line and a tunnel. On a downtrend line, we are focusing on selling. You cannot focus on buying on a downtrend line. Doesn't make sense, you know. You're focusing on buying. So if your graph hits the same point here, you can sell. You can sell here and you can sell here. The same thing here. You know, we are focusing on buying. You cannot be selling when you are seeing an uptrend that is forming. So when it hits here, you buy. When it hits this point, you buy. When it hits this point, you buy. Yeah, you don't sell, right? So how do we identify that a trend has started? First, your trend has to break your consolidation line. This is just extra information outside our, you know, daily plan, outside our lesson plan. I'm just giving you some extra information, and I'm gonna end the video here. When you seeing a breakout, when you are seeing a breakout here, a trend has started. When your consolidation has been broken out, then you know a trend is starting. You understand? That's one of the ways you're seeing a trend that is starting. And then there must be a repeat. You see, if you see a sell here, if you're seeing another sell here, you can sell it. You're identifying with these 2 points. When it touches here and it touches here, then you can see that you are seeing a support, a resistance that is working here, and then you're gonna see an uptrend. Now you're beginning to identify that, oh, this thing is trending. Then you can sell here, and then here it's starting another trend. The same thing here, after you see the same way of identifying your trend. Whenever a trend ends, this is not a good example of a trend ending here. I wouldn't really advise you to trade it. But if you're seeing the same things repeating, buy and then going down and then buying again, you can start buying from here and then going up there. You see, so it's really a bit tricky to identify trends, but I'm gonna show you some of the things you do when you identify trends. I'm gonna show you some patterns, some M patterns and some W patterns that you really need to know what happens when a trend starts. So let's not hurry into that, so that we don't confuse you. So go on your platform right now, go and identify your supply, go and identify your supply zone and your demand zone. Go and identify your supply zone and your demand zone. Go and identify your downtrend and your uptrend. Go draw trend lines and see what is happening. And on our Forex 104, I'm still gonna explain about trends. I'm gonna show you some high, low, high, low, stuff like that, where you sell, where you buy, just as I showed you today. So on our Forex 104 and 105, we're going to be diving deeper into that. So that's the end of our lesson today. This is Grace FX, the best Forex lessons you can ever find on your YouTube channel. Right, see you on Forex 105.